Hello, welcome back to Bipolar Reactions. My name is Dennis. Thank you for joining me as we continue on with Daredevil Born Again. We are on episode 3 now. Um, Real quick before we get into the actual episode, I wanted to just address something that was bothering me. I watch a lot of reactors on YouTube and I enjoy them a lot. And most of the ones I watch are people from other countries, like Vietnam. I love Asian Angels and Movie Munchies, and I love watching Biscuit from Romania. But when I decided to do this channel, I noticed I was searching through how many had focus on mental health and not just a focus on growing their own brand or business or endorsements, whatever. While I was doing my research, I found an amazing therapist who reacts to music and breaks down the lyrics beautifully and can kind of interpret exactly the feeling that would cause someone to feel like that to write those lyrics. Um, I found a few therapists like that react to things and they are fantastic. But I also found some other channels that were kind of disturbing, and the only reason I say that is they put right in their title for every episode that they are a suicide survivor. Now, surviving, it's a great feeling. I have attempted it twice, and I was very lucky the last time. And while I say that, I would never, and anyone I know who has ever attempted to take their own life, sorry, would never want to label themselves as that. And I don't understand it. I think it's in poor taste. And it seems like a very bad look just to get some views. And I just disagree with that way of going about it. I feel like that's something that many of us have been through and came out the other side wiser and smarter. We don't want to bring stuff like that up ever. I don't discuss those things to this day. When they happened, I didn't even discuss them. I don't understand why we live in a society now that's so hell-bent on having a label when 20 years ago, everyone I know, including myself, was fighting against being labeled anything. And now people want to be labeled as something. It makes them feel important. I don't know. It makes them feel like they're making a difference in their lives or somebody else's lives. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's just weird how society goes, what comes and goes as far as trends. And I've never been a fan of labeling yourself one thing or another. Admittedly, I do label myself as a bipolar because I want everyone to know, yes, I have bipolar disorder, but I'm not some mutant. I I just think and feel and process things differently than normal people do. But yeah, sorry for going off on a rant like that. I've been seeing more of that lately, and I just wanted to address that. Um, and I'll leave it at that. So, back to Daredevil Born Again. Now, the last episode, was, if you watched my video, if you haven't, I'll link it. The last episode was just so boring. And of course, except for the end, episode two at the end was fantastic, and that was 30 seconds. And then episode one was the same way. It was like the fight between Matt and Dex in the beginning was awesome. I had high hopes from that point, but after the first two episodes, um, I'm kind of I'm a bit worried about the show, where it's heading, and I'm hoping it gets better, but I really don't have high hopes. And I feel, I don't know, it's disappointed. I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel. But yeah, we left off. Matt had just beat the shit out of those cops and injured them pretty badly. The one probably got brain damage from having his head smashed into a fridge a couple times. But that's where we left off. Let's start there and see what happens. All right, let's do this. Yeah, and those, I really hope those BB on the streets, whatever, is not anywhere on this episode because they're so stupid.
They bring you some food?
No. Luquillo is a beach near where I'm from in Puerto Rico. To me, it's the most beautiful place on earth.
I'd love to go to Puerto Rico one day. Oh, I've never been out of the US. Well, I've been to Canada when I was 19, just because you can drink over there at 19.
Every sunset, thousands of these frogs.
I'm a little jealous of some of the European countries where you could start drinking younger, but and now I don't drink anymore. So
See that beach again, Hector. I promise.
Addie keeps making promises, man. Got me a little worried for Hector. Oh, I meant to look up who that. Oh, I forgot his name now. It's De Los Reyes that passed away because before last episode two, it said in loving memory of. Forgot. I'm blanking on his name right now. I just know his last name. Meant to look up what character he played. What the hell?
It's a gimme. No one plays cowboy.
Evening, gentlemen. Whew. Nippy, isn't it? Wallets while you're at it.
What the hell?
I look over my shoulder. I think Wilbur. For me, I don't have them. Sorry.
I feel like you could hear the eye rolls. Oh my gosh. Oh. Is it just me? Or because I really don't give a shit about their relationship at this point. I'd rather be watching scenes with Foggy and Karen, but alright, I asked this last episode, what is going on with Fisk's hands? Because his are always bloody now too, but it hasn't shown him beating anybody up. I know why Matt's hands are bloody, but
You know you don't need those glasses indoors, right?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
You're a blind lawyer who can fight.
Officer Powell.
seriously, dude, this guy's really a fucking moron. Oh my god. What's Cherry doing?
And this is just for me to get you on the stand without sweating and puking.
Me and Kel Shanahan, we were partners for 8 years. You know, that's 8 years of beers and kids and just talking about how shitty the Knicks are.
Not how shitty you are as a person?
That's all over now.
No further questions.
Not because of him, because of you.
Officer Powell, good morning. I'm told you have a black eye. I hope everything is okay. The best cure for a black eye is fast hands.
uh,
No passenger waiting for a train.
No.
you know he has the witness, and you're still gonna lie about it? Go ahead, perjure yourself. This guy's a grade A piece of shit. Oh, that guy's got the tattoo on his neck. What the hell? They part of some crazy ass organization? Oh shit, Cherry. You better hope someone's not watching you, man.
They'll be here.
No, they won't. Got a whole gang of corrupt cops coming after you.
You good?
Rough him up more. Even if you're accused of killing a police officer, I think they still have to offer you protection. At least some form of protection.
Morning, officer.
Get out of the van, asshole. Open it.
He ain't in there, dude. God, this guy's stupid as hell.
They're here.
Mr. Torres, is that what you're doing on the night of New Year's Eve? Were you passing along the information to Officers Shanahan and Powell?
You gonna lie? He's gonna lie.
No. It's home all night.
Are they laughing? My God. Sadistic. Yeah, as you're walking out, look at the man that saved your fucking life.
The mayor's 30 minutes late.
He won't be joining us.
This guy is a carbon copy of Wesley, except for the English accent. Could have used the whole white tiger angle. Like
Tell me.
any other night he's out in the streets saving lives.
Chaos must reign. Just for a moment to build a stronger order.
I love both these actors. They are both amazing actors. But I could care less about the storyline.
Thank you for your patience. Where were we?
And then listening to them in therapy. Hopefully we don't have to do that. And we don't, thank God.
Soledad and I, we've always dreamt of having our own place, and I had finally saved up the money. I put a deposit down on a studio in the South Bronx. It's not much, but it's ours. I heard yelling, sounded like someone was in trouble, so I ran down a man getting beat up.
Did you know the man?
No, and I never saw him again until yesterday in court.
Did you know they were police officers?
They never announced themselves as police officer.
I was just trying to help. I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
Could have just walked away. Decided to risk your own safety to help a stranger. Wasn't the first time, was it?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm just saying that you've put yourself in harm's way before. You intervened that night because you're a hero.
Matt, don't do this. Matt,
Ayala, yes or no? Are you the vigilante known as the White Tiger?
He did what I said he should have done.
Well, you are a...
He shouldn't be allowed to do that. I should be a lawyer. I know so much lawyer talk from TV and how it works. Throw me in a courtroom and I'd freeze because I have social anxiety.
Yeah, it's open season on my client. I get it.
Gonna get
Oh
right.
my God.
You should have asked me first.
Yeah, it was kind of a dick move. He'd be so pissed if anyone did that to him.
Just trying to keep you out of prison, buddy.
You gotta tell him, Matt. You gotta tell him now to make up for it.
I mean, you know that, right? You can't ever put that suit back on.
Might as well ask me to stop breathing.
So tell him, Maddie.
He was White Tiger. He saved our lives.
Tell a different version of the same story. And it isn't the story of a man who has a vendetta against the police. I think many of the people in this room would consider White Tiger to be an ally. Police said Hector attacked them, that he came out of nowhere. But why would Hector, the White Tiger, why would he do this without the amulet? It gives him extraordinary strength. Does this sound like the type of man who would murder a police officer in cold blood? He's a hero.
I can't tell if that other corrupt cop that with the tattoo on his neck was in the courtroom again or not. I'm thinking it's going to be Matt losing this case that's going to force him to start taking matters into his own hands again, hopefully, because we're watching Daredevil and we're on the 3rd episode and we've seen Daredevil once. Still carrying a little horn around too. Guilty on all charges. I hope not, but I have a feeling that's where it's going.
On the count of murder in the first degree, the jury finds the defendant not guilty. Count of murder in the second degree, jury finds the defendant not guilty.
Wow, I did not expect that, but now you can see all the corrupt cops are.
How do you respond to Mayor Fisk calling you and all vigilantes cop killers?
I have a bad feeling for his wife and family.
Your friend, the journalist BB, tell her I want to see her again.
Is he gonna out Matt? He is. I have a feeling.
Once in a while. The system works.
Yeah, the system works until corrupt cops take justice into their own hands. Well, their sense of justice.
A murderer is allowed to roam the streets.
Never murdered anyone.
NYPD lies dead.
As I say, just last episode, he denied any raises. He denied restrictions on overtime. He denied new cadet training. And now he's saying how disrespectful all this is.
These vigilantes, they are not heroes.
Only a villain would say that. I do like that mask, though. That's cool.
The acquittal of Hector Ayala demands that I keep it. The rule of law must prevail.
Frank? No, that wasn't Frank. There's no way that was Frank. I get that, like, those tattoos that all the corrupt cops have on look a lot like the Punisher symbol. I can't see Frank killing a vigilante. Then again, it's Frank. That dude will kill anybody if he feels like it or if he thinks they got away with something that they didn't deserve to. But anyway, the episode, it's still everything seems so slow, like really slow. And whenever they're whenever it's Fisk and Vanessa talking about their relationship, I just kind of drift off mentally and disassociate. I don't even care. And I like that Matt has someone he's dating and seems to be somewhat happy, but all their interactions have been uneventful so far. So I'm not seeing the whole storyline here, what they're trying to go for. If there is a main objective, it's hard to see right now based off 3 episodes. And that's very disappointing. I mean, at least the first episode we had a little fighting, little action. Second episode we had a little bit of action. This episode was all set in a courtroom, which most courtroom dramas are not all great. And it felt like, other than the verdict, if everything that happened during that whole trial seemed so predictable. It was the only thing that caught me even remotely off guard was the not guilty verdict. The rest of it, it seemed like a generic courtroom scenes. That's what it seemed like. Wow. Yeah. So I'm really hoping the next episode, episode 4, will be something. And I'm not talking like I know Frank's gonna show up because they showed the Punisher symbol. Whether it was him that shot Hector or not, we have to find that out. So I look forward to that. I'm just hoping that it's not like some dialogue heavy interaction and then 25 seconds of some fighting or action, because I get the feeling that this entire season's probably going to be like that. I'm sorry, I'm very disappointed in what I've seen so far. And I don't know at this point if they can climb out of the hole that they've dug. And to be quite frank, I'm not optimistic that they can at this point. But despite my bias, I'm gonna hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, which kind of sucks to say. But I don't know. I don't have anything else to say on this episode because again, not not a lot happened as far as the overall scope of everything. It's doesn't even feel like a Daredevil show. It's just Matt Murdock, attorney at law. That's probably what they should have named it. But anyway, you guys let me know what you thought of this episode. Like I said, I was bored again. That's 2.5 episodes of pretty much being bored. But maybe I know I'm sure there's people out there that enjoy the courtroom drama and all that, and I enjoyed it when I was reading it in the comic books, but every time they had it in the comic books, it was always relevant to something going on in Matt's life externally and him battling with his dual identities. So it was always different and more interesting. But yeah, like I said, you guys let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. That'll help me out tremendously. And if you know any people who are struggling with a mental illness or just struggling with their mental health in general, share my link with them. Maybe they'll hear something I say that could help them. At least I hope. I'm trying to convey as much as I can to help in any way that I can. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.